Good evening everybody, and welcome to my Monday night stream. And I'm not quite logged in to Samadan yet, patiently waiting for it to cool down. Good evening Costa, how are you? Inside the house 24.1 with aircon, outside 25. That's not much difference really, is it? Scuffed Asmongold, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Biscuit, how are you? Doing very well, thank you very much. And Wave and Hezakan, how are you all? And Danny H. Wow, how are you? Thanks all for stopping by. Welcome to the Monday night stream. We've not quite gone into Samadan yet because we are in the Twilight Highlands, ready to do a quick Bastion of Twilight farm. I was on earlier and I got a few Embersilk and I want to go and get a whole load more. Good evening Marsper and Lizard Wow. Good evening to you both. So, slight change in proceedings of the normal order of things. I've got a potion of treasure fighting that I want to make the most of. A Viper Girl Row, is that? Good evening to you too. Welcome on board. So we're basically going to go and jump straight into a Bastion of Twilight farm. So let's start with that and get some more Embersilk. I've already done this run a few times and I just want to make the most of my potion before it runs out, and my bear tartar as well. This is probably going to be the last lot of Embersilk I get, because we've only got 2 days left, with EU being 1 day behind NA. What have we got? We've got 42 minutes left, so let's do a /LA, loot appraiser. I think all the dungeons should have reset by now. I had cleared out my bags. We're currently sitting at 750 Embersilk here. So let's go in and see if we can collect up some more. Cooling yourself down with an ice cream. Excellent. Whole server is out of frostweave cloth currently. I managed to sell some frostweave earlier, I think. I need to go and have a look properly. But yeah, frostweave as well is going as well. What kind of chair or stool I'm sitting on? Or is that a weird question? No, there is basically a cushion. That's all I'm sitting on. It's literally just a cushion. That's all it is, on a hard floor. As Argent Dawn is Embersilk's back down to 11 gold. There's so many farmers. Yeah, I had a look. If you bring up the Undermine journal and have a look at Embersilk cloth. Let me just change this to dark mode, just so that it doesn't hurt people's eyes. There you go. And I'll go to Embersilk cloth. So here we go. Embersilk cloth, you can see here. This is the massive price spike. Good evening, Rasheen, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. No back issues? No, not at all. And I'm one with a weak back, so there's something to be said for it, definitely. In short bursts as well. I'm curious how the raid farming is after the squish. Yeah, no idea. 40 minutes. Oh yes, I'm talking too much whilst my potion's going on. Quick look, Embersilk. It's really pricey at the moment. There is a load of stock, but it's also going. So there we go. I'm doing very well, thank you, Rasheen. I am literally just going to go and run through and do myself a few more Embersilk. Why is this so farmed, this cloth? It's because, simple reason, is the achievement for First Aid is going with the Profession Squish with the pre-patch that's coming in a couple of days for EU. And in 1 day for those in NA. And so those who are rushing to get it done before it becomes a legacy achievement basically need to buy a whole load of frostweave and a whole load of Embersilk, which is why everyone is buying it at the last minute and they haven't prepared ahead of time, and so it's really expensive on some servers. But that said, some servers aren't quite as high priced as mine. My server seems to be particularly high priced for Embersilk. I have no idea why for such a low pop server. Maybe people really want that first aid. So I'm just literally going to run through this, pick up a load more, whilst I've got my potion. I mean, I had, the best price I got was I sold about 800 at about 45 gold each. So that came in at about 35,000 gold, which is not to be sniffed at that price. We sold a whole bunch of Embersilk for 44 the other day. Prices have crashed again to 6 though. Ah yes, they do seem to be fluctuating. There we go, get the right word out. Good evening, Coerce94 and One Tough Orc. How are you both? Let's get those. Just going to run through this. I should be able to keep on top of chat whilst this is going on. I've done this enough times now. You have a stock of around 110,000. Didn't get the chance to sell them when the prices were high. Ah, right. Yeah, if you can. I know Ignis had absolutely loads and loads and loads and loads. More than could sell. But, hey, Right One Too, how are you? Blame pesky YouTube. Yeah, once someone starts talking about it, everyone goes and farms it. That's always the way with any information on gold making. Ready for some farming? Excellent. Is my power stable where I live? Yes, it is on the whole, which is pretty good. Hey Vilsol, how are you? New to goblining and now you're leveling your herbalism by farming dream leaves. Is that currently the best way, or should you do? What should you do with them if once you're done? I don't know exactly the best. The best way would be. Yes, millet for scribe. There you go. There's a good idea, Costa. Thank you for that one. But level it with all 5 herbs. What do we just sell? Mark of the Claw. And Gwilyn, good evening to you. How are you? How are you enjoying the heat today? Hopefully it's not too much of a struggle. And One Tough Orc. Did I say hello to you? If I didn't, I apologise. And good evening to you as well. There we are, just try and catch up on everything. If I do miss you, I do apologise. Made you tap you through your accounts. Sorry, Rasheen. Yeah, that's the problem with having a till sound on stream. It's great for me, but not so much for everyone else. There we are. If you're on Draenor server, stay away from the auction house and Guildbank. The lag is madness. Ouch. Not good at all. So I can't complain today. Bolts again. Not transmog Berks, we're doing Embersilk cloth. There's a couple of days before it is probably not going to be quite in so much demand because people are looking for the first aid achievement. So we're literally just going to grab up a load. I've already got about 600, so this should take me to a fair amount. And then I'm going to go and sell this all on the auction house. I'm not sure what the prices are at. I think they were quite low. They weren't as high as 45. So we'll see how they get. I missed those ones, so I'm going to pick those up on the way back. Yeah, I'll do that one. Remember the Embersilk will still be sought after for the tails to make the bags. Yes, probably less so. I found the Embersilk on my server for the bags, the Embersilk bags, haven't been that great. But that may be just me. Obviously there's also the Spirit Mend and there's some other cloth items you can make with Embersilk. So any excess that I get can be repurposed into something else. The main thing here is basically just to sell the raw cloth at the moment. It's only going to worse than people coming back for the expansion. Yeah, the problem with popular servers is it does put a heavy load on them. Today you got me 3 yay posts from your Twitter. Those days are the best. Not sure silkweave satchels might replace the cheap bags. They might do if you can get Shaldar silk cheap enough. Apart from linen, maybe. Yeah, there's so much linen around. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with linen cloth. I make the odd shirt with them at the moment, so that kind of ticks me over. Embersilk bags are more expensive to make, yeah. Definitely They're one of the more expensive ones, and I'm not sure how useful they are. Did I get everything? Looks like I did. Missed that lot over there though. So I'll just scoop these ones up now. And then I'll pick those up before they turn around. And then scoop those. And come back to the last one, who thankfully got avoided. Your server can sell this mats for a lot more than the Embersilk bags. Yeah, it's amazing how all servers are pretty much different. Greetings, Six Moon, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Foku, how are you? Danny, thank you ever so much for the sub. That's 4 months in a row with your Prime. That's amazing. Thank you ever so much for your support. Lots of chef's hats to celebrate. Thank you ever so much. The first aid Embersilk bags are such a loss to craft. Yes, until after the first aid goes, and then I wonder if something else will be worthwhile. Definitely. Thank you. And Molten Bolts, thank you ever so much for the host. Very kind of you. How are you? How was your stream? Thanks for stopping by. Good evening, Kaohol and Axisol. How are you? Oh, missed one there. I'll wait for you to come in and say thank you properly. Let's go and gather all up these. Another load and another load. I think I got them all. And take that one and then come down, do the rest. And do these ones. Oh, and we sold Gift of Haste. Hey Molten Bolts, how are you? Thanks ever so much for the host. Very kind of you. How was your stream? I hope you had a good one. We are just basically running through a quick Embersilk run here. I had previously done it a little bit before, and now I'm just... Oh, I stopped for a reason there. Did I already listen before I came online? No, I didn't. I had some still on, so I'm going to check on those, and then once I've done all of these, I'm going to put them all on, because I don't have any means to post things at the moment, which is another missing tool in my arsenal. So I need to go get myself a posting capability item of some sorts. No Brontosaur yet? No. Ready to sit back as the infamous Mr. Rogers of Gold Farm. Thank you very much, that's extremely kind of you to say so. I didn't, as a UK person, I didn't know who Mr. Rogers was, so I actually had to look it up. He's not as famous here in the UK. Sold Guardian Cub bathed pet today for 614,000. Very nice, One Tough Hawk. Congratulations on that sale. Mr. Rogers' voice so soothing. I only seen a couple of episodes on YouTube just to try and work out, because someone mentioned it a long time ago on YouTube, and I had no idea who Mr. Rogers was, so I had to look it up. But thank you very much. I consider it a compliment. Okay, so we're going to do another reset. Should have at least a good few. Good couple more at least, and then that'll be enough for me for the moment. It was from near where you live. Ah, interesting. Danny. Collect those up. Collect those up. Leave those. Rush over this way. Get ready to do that one from a distance, and then do this lot and then this lot. Yes, definitely was. From what I've learnt, a hammer for 14,000. Very much so. Hey, how are you, Captain E? Thanks for stopping by. Pennsylvania, was it? Ah, okay. How are you doing, Captain E? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Monday so far? Okay. 2 more to do. You have the Drums of Fury factory rolling again. Yes, the drums. I'm looking forward to seeing about those. See if I've got any more sales. That was definitely a good call by you, Costa, for making sure I got production of those. So I'll check in on the sales of those after I've done with Samadan. Your factory's broken, is it? How much can you make, though? I mean, there's only so much you can farm, and there's only so much you can buy on the auction house, and it does take quite a while to actually make them all. You ran out of raw beast hide. Yeah. You gave up on it this afternoon. Oh, right. Was that because you ran out of materials, or you just ran out of time doing it? Okay. Sensors, thank you ever so much for the raid. Very kind of you. How was your stream? Thanks ever so much for the raid, it's very kind of you. Been out since 3 AM this morning with those enchants and tailoring stuff. Just wore down. Wow, that's a lot. Whoops. Didn't mean to click on that. Did I reset that? I think I did. There we go. It was good. Cleaning up your banks for Legion. Ah, yes. Cleaning up the banks, that takes me a good old while. Hopefully you got everything organised and sorted and feel like you're prepared. The BFA, yeah, I think I guessed what you meant. There's so much to organise and so much stuff that I hoard. I don't know if you're the same with hoarding stuff. I'm notoriously bad for hoarding things. There's always a use for it somewhere, even if I eventually put it on the auction house. So hopefully you're all ready, all set. My problem is quest hoarding. I've got so many unfinished quests. It's called stockpiling, not hoarding. Very true. What are my direct plans for BFA? Leveling, grinding mobs, gathering, just chilling, cooking? Probably a bit of everything, I think. I really want to enjoy the storyline because I'm completely unspoiled on that front. I'd like to enjoy the storyline. I'd like to level up Samadan, my main, and whilst I'm leveling him up, I'm also going to work on the enchanting, the cooking, and the tailoring. Another man's treasure, another man's treasure, yeah. I thought I was a Alliance. I am Alliance. It's so hot in your computer room now, I can't keep your thoughts straight. Ah, yes. It is super duper hot. Right, that's my instances done, I believe. Oh, you said you were hoarding. I see it. Alright, so let's get my mount for this so we can have a look at the vendor stuff and we can sell the trash because that's easy. So we have currently in our bags 1,300 Embersilk and 400 on the auction house. I can probably sell a lot of these things because they're really, even disenchanting I could do, but for convenience for these I'm just, because I get so many of them, I'm literally going to vendor them all for the immediate cash because it's a lot easier that way. Even though it's less efficient, it means I've got too much hypnotic dust anyway at the moment, so I'm just going to make the most of these vendoring at the moment. Thank you, Costa. Yes, I use Addy bags, which is super handy for organising my disorganised life when it comes to items, and it helps me spot things, and using the search function is really useful. So, oh, that one's possibly worth something. Hammer of the Soldier. We'll put that one on. That's all of those, and then the consumables, the foods you don't really need, so those can go. And then we'll have a look at opening the treasure chests. Cleaned up quests on your main and slowly picking away at the ones and the arts you want to level up secondary. Finish getting the last Falcasaur mount. Excellent, really nice, congratulations. Yeah, my quests are completely full, nearly. I'm at 20 of 25, so I've got some work to do on that front. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it because I'm focusing on the gold making at the moment. Need to learn how to spell my commands. I could do with doing a list of them actually. Maybe that's something I can put in the list on the bottom. A list of all the different commands. There we are. So we are now at 1377 Embersilk in total. So let's hearth back to the auction house and see what we can do with that and stick it on. I know I've got 22 minutes left. I could carry on farming, but I'm done with that for now. I want to carry on and do some other things. Try the scrap add-on for trash selling. Okay, Chris, how would that be any different to something like the loot appraiser one? Because that seems to work quite well. Or TSM itself has a trash selling. There we go. Right, right. First thing, I'm going to get these on. What kind of price is Embersilk cloth? Let's have a look. Embersilk cloth exact. There we go. So Embersilk cloth is sitting at 79 gold. At that price, okay. Then we shall post on and see what happens. Auctioning, run a post scan. That is very crazy prices. So let's see what happens. If we capture any sales, that would be awesome. Figuring out that one yourself. Viper Girl, which one was that one? I missed something earlier, did I? Just double check. Oh, is it worth leveling a new character for tailoring? I don't want to unlearn your old professions. I certainly wouldn't recommend unlearning old professions. Not to replace something. I would level something up from the standpoint if you've got a new character, but I wouldn't do. I wouldn't replace it. I wouldn't replace the profession with it. Right. So 6 stacks of 200 and 1 stack of 177. I have no idea if that will sell at that crazy price. So let's try it and see what happens. Is that Kai? Oh, Guy Pete. Thank you ever so much for the follow. Very kind of you. 16k for a stack. Oh, yeah. Either that or very few farmers. Yeah, very much so. Okay, thank you, Viper Girl. They're like 3 golden. Your servers, yeah, they are definitely a lot higher there. On EU, there's 2 world quests up with 6 bloods each. Yes, One Turf Orc, I spotted that earlier and I've done them already, but thank you for the heads up. Yeah, I did that, and I have the 12 bloods here ready to craft, so that's another thing I need to do. And we have them already here. So what could I make profit-wise? Strength or agility according to this. If we clear the queue, actually no, probably what I'll do is I'll just recheck all my auctions and get everything out first. So we've sold some Embersilk already at 7,900 for the 200 I've got there. So let's take the expires and see what else we've got. Sure, been pushing out the blood quest. Yeah, it's really good to have because I'm really low on bloods. So that's a definite good thing in my books. How much bag space have you got? We've got enough. Let's do a Do you not get so uncomfy sitting on the floor with my legs crossed all the time? No, Books. I tend to shift position from time to time. I sit cross-legged for a bit and then I'll stretch my legs out. And that sort of saves me having any sort of pain in the knees and stuff. Hey, Macro Beast, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. How is your Monday evening so far? Right, let's take these expires. Don't know if the blood vendor is changing. Oh, don't know about that one, right one too. Got more sales. Actually, we've got a practically full bag of sales there. Full mailbox of sales there. So let's just leave that for a moment. What were we looking for? The blood vendor. I'm not sure on that one. You reckon I should TSM4 right now so you can get used to it before BFA hits? Also, the price is like €15 for 6 months. Is that right? That is for premium. Yes, it is. Oh, my OBS has just gone red for a minute there. Hopefully, it's recovered and it hasn't crashed out like it did yesterday. It is in open beta, so you can get it for free. But if you want to support the team, then yes, you can. You can buy premium. But it's not essential. It's not required. It's just it's there as an option. Right. Okay. So we've got 50 of 51 males, 48,000 gold. So that's mainly Tome of Illusions, Embersilk, Lavish Feast, Hydral Expedition Bag. That's a that's another use of Embersilk. Red linen shirt. Yes, basically as Will says. Does everything, premium features cost, but are not essential. Exactly. That's the way they've done it, so that to make sure that everyone, you know, gets to use it. I actually have a command for it. For the beta, TSM 4, I think it is. No, not RSM. TSM 4. There we go. There's the link to the open beta, which is completely free, as people have said. If you paid with premium before you had access to the beta a bit earlier in the year, you didn't wait for a free one. Yes, that's what I did pretty much, Wave. Still on 3 and stay until it's absolutely break and or TSM4 is done with bugs. Hey Boogie Lips, how are you? Right, I'm going to open up this mail because this is all just waiting to be opened up. When TSM4 was in normal beta and you wanted instant access, you got it by buying premium. Yeah, that's what I did. No worries, Biscuit. So we're going to collect up this wonderful gold from so far. And then we've got a couple of mails still waiting. So whilst we're waiting on those, we're going to just post on our other auctions that have expired. Yes, me too, 6 Moon. I wish it was a regular thing. I've had a good string of a few days at the moment, so really, really happy with how things have been going so far. So I'm just pushing through as many of my regular things, the enchanting, the tailoring, restocking on those, and then making use of opportunities as and when they arise, such as the Embersilk and the Drums of Fury. So that obviously is going to end at some point. So we'll see how things go after that. Wow, trained soldiers below minimum price, as is distant army. Okay. On my crafting settings, TSM4, what do I use my default map cost and default craft value? We had a discussion with Jack and we changed a few of them, but I did set a couple of them back to the default because for me, DV Market was the most useful. I'll have a look in the settings in a minute once I posted these up. But basically, let's have a look. The only thing I added in, settings, is it custom sources? Crafting sources, there we go. So the default one, I use the regular one. The default material cost method, this is the normal one. The only thing I've added in is this average buy into it because I do end up buying a lot of things. So for me, that was the essential thing to add in. So when will TSM4 be fully available out of beta? I'm not sure exactly, Kango. Nick Pivik, thank you ever so much for the follow. Very kind of you. So what was the last mails we had? The rest of that Imperium and another little bit of Embersilk. Okay, lovely stuff. So I now have a few things I need to send off to some people from the Embersilk Farm. Let's move this one over this side. This is the problem with playing on a low resolution, is I have to move my windows around all the time. Come on. There we go. And that one over that side. So we're going to send over the pyrite ore. Oh no, send pyrite ore, elementium ore. The volatiles I think I'll keep here. I'm going to keep that. That's to remind me I need to do something with it. So I'm going to send those to Elmorte. I'm amazingly fuzzy. Am I? Could that be a resolution thing? Good evening, Wildmole. How are you? You can't download beta even though you're premium. That's strange, Brain Manager. Have you tried on the Discord? If there's something buggy with your email address and something like that, they'll be able to get on it straight away. Don't forget to use Ink Vendor if you still have roseate pigments to trade for those with inscription. Ooh, didn't know about that one. I'd actually picked up some roseate. Not that I'm a inscription person, but I picked some up cheap. With TSM4, you only need the desktop app and app helper in-game. Yes, that's right, Six Moon. Perhaps a fly on the screen. Could be. Immortal Phoenix, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You're going to get 400 of each. What's that for? Did I miss something? Is that the flies? So no need for the 7 others. No, exactly. If I look at my add-ons here, you can see that I've basically just got Trade Skill Master and the App Helper, and then my as Rasheen was saying, the TSM application itself is set to the TSM4 beta stream release channel. That's it. That was the thing I was looking for. You can, if you're all the way over onto TSM4, you can delete it. Yeah, I think I've caught everything. Thank you, Rasheen, for your help on those. Can't wait for it to go live. I mean, yeah, you can certainly jump into it straight away now, if you want to. Let's just get rid of that and that. These are on 12 hours, so let's take the 12 hours off as well. Not 2 hours, 12 hours. We've got a sale of Critical Strike, so that's good. Spirit Mends, those things there, they are Embersilk as well, if ever you want to make something. Yeah, nothing else, just the 2. Finally switched to TSM4 today, so you can get used to it. Excellent, Seahorse, excellent, welcome aboard. How's the mail? The mail's really good. I really enjoy it at the moment. You can drag items in now to send them, and send them to your contacts quite easily. And the inbox is super duper fast, so I definitely recommend it. Everything now built in rather than separate modules. Yeah, exactly. Which makes it difficult, I guess, if you're a multi-boxer and you only want certain things on. But I guess as a multi-boxer you'd probably have it turned off for most things. And no lag, yes. Although I do still delete my cache folder regularly. I don't know if that's still a thing though. Yeah, the UI is definitely nice and clean. Okay, let's open those. Then we can do a post scan. Everything else is on there. So auctioning, run post scan. I don't know if roseate pigment will be used for BFA recipes and inscription. I would have thought, wouldn't all profession have its own materials per expansion? I thought that's how they worked, but I don't know anything about inscription. That's how I understood all the other professions to work, is they all had their own groups. Best thing is not having to wait 20 seconds to move and see the items in the bag. Yes, that delay was really frustrating. I remember that one. Where is the TSM add-ons for in-game? I believe the app helper should install them for you. See, the trader will also upgrade for the new herbs and inks. The actual TSM4 app itself. I don't think I can show mine on screen because I think it shows my email address. Otherwise I'd show it on here. Right, okay, that's everything posted on. Everything in my things. You have the app installed and switched to TSM4 beta. Yeah. So you've changed your settings to your release channel to TSM4. Then you probably have to exit out of WoW. Probably let TSM app do its thing and then relaunch it after about sort of 5-10 minutes and see whether you've got TSM4. How's the total coming along? You're at 2.4 million now, so nearly halfway. Excellent, congratulations. We had, where's the chart? We had a lovely upturn yesterday. So we had a good amount of gold yesterday. Coldlurg, thank you ever so much for the follow. Very kind of you. So we had this nice little upturn here from my sales over the weekend. So, and what with the sales I've had today, I can only hope that it's going to carry on at this pace for the next few days, and I can get myself closer to that red line. Obviously I'm going to do everything I can in my power to make that happen. So all in all, good so far. I'm very pleased with how it's going. I'm just going to check my auctions and then I am going to do an enchanting restock. So the queue is cleared. Let's run through enchanting. Restock selected items. That's the fair old bits and pieces. Let's go through and start crafting. And the things we need is how many bloods do we need? We have 12, we need 6. So we still need another 6. And that's because of the soul fibril. Hey, I'm Arikia, how are you? Happy Monday, doing very well here, thank you very much. So looking at the soul fibril, how much profit would a soul fibril be? And how does it compare with the two necks? Probably not a bad idea to trade some for old inks from the ink vendor. You need to craft old world glyphs. The ink vendor will change the new BFA pigments, which cost more than for what you can craft roseate pigments at this moment. Aha. You have too much blood. I was in that position and then I just kept on making cloaks and fibrils and didn't restock on my bloods enough, and so now I'm at a position where I've run out of bloods, which was poor planning on my part. I'm looking at cloaks. Where are the cloaks? Further up. Here we go. So of the cloaks, intellect's a good one. I must already have some of those on. So we're looking at strength and agility. Of those, strength is the better one. So I'm going to make at least one of those. And then the soul fibril. What's the profit on a soul fibril? Oh look, the immaculate fibril's gone right into negative. That was in 2000 the other day. But a soul fibril's okay. So let's try a soul fibril. Herbalism rank 3 helps a lot. Oh, you like that. Which bit, Rasheen? Pandaria we need, okay. So let's do that. And then the rings. So we've got, what can I do? Let's do one more strength. I think the strength was the more, no, it was intellect. And then it was strength, yeah. There we go. We've just sold cleft hoof gloves of strength. Interesting. Didn't realise those ones. It was like, I don't have inscription, I don't know what you're saying, kind of. Yeah, basically, that was the sum of it. We can collect these up. So let's do this, and then gathering wise, let's open the task list. You're actually saying buy from the auction house the shard crystals. Do I not have those? I thought I had some. I could try and make one. Let's go into this window, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick them up. I am. So shard crystals times 2. Just in case I haven't got any. Primal shadow, shadow, shard. No. Okay, so let's have a look. What's a shard crystal worth to me at the moment? I can make one, but I've always had them on a daily cooldown that wasn't profitable. Crystal, shard crystal. And, 3 gold, 8. That's super cheap. I mean, my purchase price is 4 gold, 86. It cost me 37 gold to make, which is crazy high price. So I'm just going to take all of those, which will keep me in shard crystals for a while. There was a good blood quest on the US side, was there? Excellent. Last time that vendor changed, bought 10,000 of each. Words of wisdom from Shay. They're still working off the stock, although going to level off that inventory now. Nice. At least you got the stock. That's the main thing, isn't it? Reminds me of a yoga teacher. Thank you very much. So crafting wise, we can now make our Tome of Illusions Pandaria, which is not a huge profit. 1,447, but that'll do for me. You have Shara one of your daily cooldowns. Yeah, for me it was it's never been a profit, but then maybe because the shard crystal, the ethereal shards, my mat price is coming in at 7 gold 54, whereas my purchase price is 1 gold 84. So there's probably something I need to change in my material price for that. Even so, ethereal shard, what is it, times 5. 5 ethereal shards, so if I got them for 1 gold 84, that would be, but considering the min buyout is 3 gold 80, there's a massive difference. I mean, the region average is 28. I don't know why mine are so cheap. Let me just catch up on the checks. So why use that auction house? Isn't that a Horde and Alliance auction house? Have they changed it since then? It is a Horde and Alliance auction house. All auction houses are merged. I use this one because the auctioneer's here, the guild bank's here, the mailbox is here, and the regular bank is there. So it's all within reaching distance, very easy to get to. You got 10,000 herbs to mill. Wow, loads. Still flowing flask, more or less. Just that you need for crafting. Yep. Hey Jack, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. There we go. Just catching up on chat here. I don't know about the artifact fishing pole. Use the spirit dust, make Mysterians, then the ethereal. I do the first bit, the spirit dust into mysterious essence, to make my mysterious essence. It stays. You simply lose the barrel trait. Aha, right. Just bought 12 Dark Moon Firewaters for 22 silver. Very nice. What expansion did I start playing? I was here right at the very beginning in vanilla. I did the beta of World of Warcraft, then I went into vanilla, and then I did Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King as a casual player, not as a hardcore raider or anything like that. And then I took a break, and so I missed out on Cataclysm, Pandaria and Warlords of Draenor, and then I came back after Legion had released, and I'd heard so many good things about it. So there's a big chunk of WoW that I missed. And Samadan and Shadowsong have been where I've been at since that beginning time in vanilla. And then another 45 for 270. Did I check the firewater? No, I haven't actually checked that. Let's have a check now. You gave me a good heads up on the silk earlier, so I know I've got some on Dark Moon Fire. 16 gold at the moment. I have 49 in total currently. My average purchase price is 19 gold, so not too bad. Silk under 2 gold and Stonehide leather under 2 gold as well. Yes, so we looked at those. I looked at those earlier. I did manage to pick up some silk for less than that, for 1 gold. Where is it? Shalderai silk. 99 silver. Okay, I shall buy that. And I shall buy the 100, and I'll buy the 9. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at Stonehide leather. Should be in here somewhere as well. Stonehide leather exact. 1 gold 70 for 23, 1 gold 11, and 1 gold 99. Now I don't think I have the pattern for the rank 3 leather pants, but I do have the rank 3 for the tailoring. So as Costa was suggesting earlier, with that silk I can make silk weave pants, not enchanting, tailoring, get the right profession. So if I, well actually let's use the regular one. If I make silk weave pantaloons for the Shalderai silk that I've just bought, which was 1 gold each, that's 16 gold for that. And then the runic catgut is, there's 2 of those, so that's another gold, and then another 45 silver on that. So you're looking at a total price of 17, 18 gold, and you can vendor these for 40 gold. Here's an apple. What did I miss there? Doing good. Daily sales seem to go better. Making almost 250k a day. Very nice, Jack. Very nice indeed. Doing well here. Thank you very much. We had a nice mailbox opening of about 48,000 so far. We're hoping for some Embersilk sales. I need to go and pick up some sharp sprite thorn. In fact, I've got some in the guild vault, so I'll take those for now. There they are. And then I'm going to make what I can here and vendor those. You get, hey Wargod, how are you? And you sell to the vendor, just put 1 of every epic on the auction house. Yeah, I've not had much luck with the silkweave side of things. Silkweave satchels themselves are... Just seen it took you 6 months in vanilla to level your warrior. Wow. Yeah, I remember it was a long time for me before I got to anywhere at the right level. So I'm going to make 4 at the moment with what I've got. What ones did I make? We've got a Fever Flare, Aurora and the Harmonious. So we can vendor those. And we could try selling the Fever Flare. Hold on, can't speak properly. It's a 775 though. Crafting cost 39. The sale price, depending on what it is, region market's 1200. There's probably not many on. I'd be more tempted to vendor that still for more profit, because I just don't think these are selling, especially with the listing prices on them being so high. For convenience sake, for the silk that I've just gotten, I'm going to do that.
May you find what you seek.
It's going to vendor those, and that'll be easier. That we're going to post on, and the volatiles we're going to put in the guild bank. So let's just go here, and my volatiles, I want to put those on that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Then we've got some stonehide leather we need to send to Erfen. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit here, and then we can carry on with our gold making. Where's it gone? There it is. Drag that and send that to contacts, alts, Erfen. We need to go check on Drums of Fury actually, so let's send that, and then we'll put the rest of this in my guild vault. So in here we'll pop the lockboxes. I can see the chat kicking off, so I'm going to go and see to that in a moment. Put that there, probably take one of those off, keep everything else, and then what's that weapon? That weapon needs to go on as a group, so we're going to go select that, put that group on, and old world, do ignore random, add that one in, and then that ice web spider silk we're going to add into good stuff. We haven't done that in a long while, so to add that in, and then that we want to put on into specials, recipes and patterns. Add that in, and then we're going to go to my bank and my reagent bank and put in the silk, the wind wool, chaos crystals, the shard crystals, the ley lights. Just sold some fighter chow, interestingly. Wasn't expecting that. And the Draenic dust. All of those, and then let's go post those on, and then I'll check on chat. Okay, let's do a reload first. Right, let me just catch up on chat. Thought something vended them. Can they disenchant into a shard? A crystal. You may get a chance of blood on them, but the price of those are so low, I wouldn't be too certain of that making any profit. Only just started watching my streams, really enjoy them, so chilled. I just don't have Prime sub to use this month. No worries, Books. It's certainly not necessary, but thank you ever so much for stopping by. That's the main thing. The good stats, sales will pick up, and patch for new players. Yeah, that's true, War Gods, definitely. I've never really sort of tried them too much on my server, and I didn't want to list them too much because then I'd lose all those profits. Can't remember what your priest was called, Vanilla. The character history website stopped showing transfers and name changes. Oh, I didn't realise there was a character history website. Interesting. Your priest name's always been antibiotics. That's brilliant. Is that a Maze Tower food thing? Ah, okay. Catch up on chat. Exactly. It's almost like a food fight, but it's me just catching up on chat. Are there any ways of importing TSM profiles since setting up seems way too complicated? Yes, stick with there are, and can't read that. Moonpeiko, thank you ever so much for the follow. You can basically go into TSM and import other people's groups and operations in the import and export tab. and you can import, and you can copy and paste strings in here and import them. You're more than welcome to take my own. I have a paste bin of it. This is for TSM 4, but that has all my groups and operations as I've currently got them set up. It's a few weeks old now, so I need to update it. Food fight. Let me just scroll back up. What was that you said? Used it a lot to check applicants for the guild. First check, see if they speak the truth. Oh, right. And only armory show name changes that happened in the last 14 days. That's a shame. Shows level, date, scene, guild, and especially needed showed up name changes and transfers. Interesting. Banana sauce better than ketchup. I've not really tried banana sauce. Also, is there a reason why I'm sitting on the floor? The main reason is because this is my family's living room, and so I play World of Warcraft in front of the TV with the monitor on the side, and so the most comfortable position is to actually sit on the floor in front of the TV. Would it be legal to sell TSM profiles? I'm not sure it would. It's a bit of a grey area. I'm not sure what the I'm not sure why you'd want to in that respect though. Wild Progress and Warcraft Realms Hub. Ah, okay. Anything you'd put ketchup on? They don't have very many tomatoes, I guess. Right. So we need to check our other characters. So let's go have a look. That's all okay. Don't need to do that. That was a misclick. That's fine. These need a little bit of a guild sort in a minute or two, but they're fine for the moment. We've got plenty of space. So let's we'll leave Samadan for now. We can always come back to you. And let's check our other characters. Sits on the floor so he never gets benched. Nice idea, Wargod. It's your own work. Wouldn't do without asking TSM first though. Yeah. Put apple sauce on a lot. Pancake, peas and red cabbage. Interesting. Would you have to redo all your TSM groups and operations if you transition to TSM 4? No, Nerd Rage. All TSM 3 groups and operations will come across into TSM 4. It's just the backwards route from 4 to 3 that doesn't work. What if you sell memberships to a gold-making community and members get the profile for free, but it's more like a guide platform? I mean, my own personal opinion on things like that is apple butter. I mean, profiting from something these days by having it behind a paywall is, I think of it as more of an outdated method of making money. I mean, I may be wrong on that, but that's just my own personal opinion. Right, okay. Drums of Fury have sold then. A lot. So that's good. 22,000 for that. Homemade apple sauce is so good. Definitely. Yes, you may, Costa. Of course. Whatever it is. I don't actually know what it is. You're saying, can I for? Oh, told you so. I just guessed it before it came up. Told you so, yep. Definitely. Alright, let's have a look at the drums. Where are they standing at the moment? Drums of Fury. Drums of Fury. So they're currently sitting at 99 gold. We do have some on, just the 5 and the 7 of 20 here at 165, so those aren't going to sell. Finally finished the Priest Order Hall campaign. Class mount next on the list. Yes, I love the class mount. Good luck for that one. Hey, Tenth Fongula, how are you? Not selling an add-on, you're selling lines of TSM code. You don't sell the codes directly, you sell membership, which would normally make it legal. What are the lines of codes though? I'm not sure I quite understand what it is you're selling. It's more like a guide platform. But you're not actually taking the code from TSM. I mean, the profile is yours. That's what you've got. That's just a string of things that are freely sort of like that's not part of the TSM code, if you see what I mean. You want to level a shaman, but just for their class mount, it looks so good. I haven't seen that actually, but yeah, I like shaman. It's another of the many I would like to eventually play, but it's a question of priorities and time at the moment. So I'm going to take my drums off at 165 because I don't think those are going to sell. Let's take them all off and repost them on. See if you can capture some more sales. And then I'll have a look at the price of raw beast hide to see if we can actually make any. When did I start playing WoW? Way back in open beta. It was the first time I started playing with it. I was a Warcraft 3 fan, and I was playing EverQuest before then. So for me, I was playing EverQuest before World of Warcraft, so it was the natural thing to play WoW as soon as it came out. Just planning, because you're a very powerful profile. I've already got people offering me IRL money. Tell them I can't share it. Oh right, okay. Just finished 36 of 36 Mage Towers. Oh, excellent, War God. Congratulations indeed. Sad you don't get a meta achievement. Yeah, that would be... you really should have something like that. Bit too expensive, perhaps. If they really offer the money, wouldn't be donating. Alright, let's put these on for this. There we go. And then I'm going to have a look at raw beast hide. Recent searches. Raw beast hide. I know I searched for it recently. So the scraps are 1 gold, which would make it 10 gold. And the raw beast hide itself is at 9 gold 85. But there's very little of it on. Can I actually make any more drums at the moment? Let's have a look. Let's switch to my regular one. Do I have any at all? No, I don't. Okay, so probably not worth me making any more drums. I've got 80 on at the moment, so let's see if those sell. Very generating. Ain't finished yet. Okay, recent work on Reddit with a pastebin link for free. And bathe in the praise. Yes, that would be the thing. That's my take on thing. The things I do are freely given, because in today's day with the internet, you know, everything is out there for free. So the way you can make money from that is through the secondary sources like advertising or through kind donations by people. So I think karma-wise it pays off. Can I use the filter button on the TSM4 interface? Yes, it does seem to work for the most part. I've not had any crashes for a while. Let's have a look. Let's search for Dread Leather. That seems to work. And start streaming, get loads of subs. Yep, that's the other plan, Rasheen. And so basically, yeah, that filter seems to work. I know the crafting reports were a bit tricky. Let's try Dre. Yep, that seems to work. And materials. Filter by keyword. Lay. That doesn't seem to be working. Lay light in materials. Oh, it does when you press enter. It's not a live search, that one, yet. But they all seem to be working so far. And she's queen in most people's eyes. This is true, right one too. Shay's profile is extremely comprehensive. If you're looking for a profile that basically covers everything and goes into a lot of depth, you won't have problems getting subs. Yeah, exactly, Rasheen. I'd certainly agree with that. Your search bar works. It's the filter button next to your profession. Aha, right, okay. Search patterns, this one. Filter, I don't have that one. This one, the filter. Okay, do we have a filter in here? Ah, this one, I see. No, I don't have a filter at the moment. So you mean one that's like this one, that has materials, skill ups, and slots. Yeah, at the moment it does not appear to be working. Okay, yep. I need to clean out your mailboxes from sales several times a day to reach any mat stored behind this house. Yeah, you deal with a lot of volume, Rasheen. I personally like to open up my mail with everything in it, and you see it as it is. Very rarely do I actually save up any of my mail for like a big mailbox opening, unless there's, you know, something I've done before stream. But that's, in my case, very unlikely, because 95% of the time that I play WoW is done on stream. Okay, so we're done with that for the moment. Let's pop over and check out other characters. See how everyone else is doing. Jahwakening, how are you doing? We've got the Halfhill Farm. That would be another thing to look for. Let's go pop over and check that one. Can you sort your current auctions by value? The bar with item name left buyout doesn't seem to let you interact with it. No, I think some of those are a bit bugged still, as far as I know, Seahorse. I haven't tried in a while, though. Nothing in the mail. So let's go and see what we've got on the auction house, and see if we need to relist anything. My auctions. Everything's on the trillion bars, living steel. We've got those in various sizes. Okay. So we'll leave those on as the moment. What we could do with doing is just having a look at the price of things like Spirit of Harmony. We have 100 auctions posted. When you use your profile, what everything told you to buy. On Sniper you quickly got 380 with 700,000 value. We're out mining a bit and sell ghost iron ore, trillium bar living steel. Yes, that's a good point, Costa. I could do that. We're at 35 and 394, so that's still quite pricey of those. If you want to try and sell, that's why I know to guarantee a certain profit. Exactly, Soulmeister, I'd agree with that. So let's have a look at the transmute stuff. How's that looking? Pyrium bars, ghost iron bars. I've got my own on there, and so that's looking nothing cheap there. Pandaren garnets. I think we've got most of these things in a small amount of stock. We have. The main thing we're missing is the golden lotus, so we need to go over to our farm really. Saronite, I don't seem to have that. Are we looking? We're looking for the bars, aren't we? Saronite bar. We need to add that one in. Aha. So crafting cost is 44 gold. Min buyout. Is that cheap? I sold another Acreal Mark. Okay. Remind me again, Jack, what do I do with the Saronite? Let's have a look. Now, if I didn't have... my region is 50. Yeah, so if I didn't have your advice, what I would be doing is I would be looking for Saronite. And then that gives me transmute titanium. And titanium is at 150 gold min buyout. It hasn't got the correct crafting cost on here because that's got... Oh no, that's correct. No, that's titanium ore. Transmute titanium. Produce many Saronite bars into a single titanium bar. Okay, 8 Saronite is a titanium bar, so at 25 gold, that's 200. So the min buyout of 150 for a titanium bar. And 90 silver for the ore. According to that, was that right? Titanium ore. Let's have a look. Yes, well spotted. Hold on. This is why I need to get myself a proper shopping list. Titanium ore. That must have been bought already, because it's now at 90 gold. Are you using the min buyout to price what you sell, or the average DB market value? The average DB market value is the main one. Yes, it's there you go. Thank you, Jack. So we've gone off on a trail here, and so Saronite bars, titanium bars. Let's actually have a look at the titanium bars. Titanium bar. So we've got 2 there at 150 gold. My temptation is to certainly buy those 2. What's the sale rate? 0.22. Yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, so I'm going to buy those 2. And then we're back up at 349. So at 349, the Saronite at 200 is worth buying. So working backwards mathematically. So if we go back to our searches and look at the Saronite, do I buy it and sell battle pets? Not really, Last Starfighter. Next emote should be a squirrel with a chef's hat. That's a really good idea, Costa. Definitely. Oh, thank you, One Tough Hawk. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your evening. So we're going to go for... so 25 gold. We can make... Transmute titanium. Is that on a daily cooldown? I hate you now because of Grumpy. You have to hate me because of Grumpy. Oh, I must have missed one there. We're trying to collect all the undead pets. Nice. No, it's not on the cooldown. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Jack. So we will buy... Now the temptation here is to buy them all. But I'm going to buy a couple. You reckon buy them all? I mean, like you said, region-wise, region market value is 51. The market value for... don't leave the profit. Yeah, it is profit, and then it just has to sell. So, in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. Saronite's done. So, I'll leave that up. We looked at the titanium ore, it was 9 gold. one spreadsheet made Jack more trustworthy than machine making gold for years. Well, that's I think that's probably not quite accurate, obviously, Rasheen, because you've been interviewed by oh, I've forgotten his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it was funny though. Every last copper. Thank you, Jack. Completely went blank there. So transmute titanium. We can make 10. So let's do that and see if we get any procs. Will we get procs for this? Let's find out. Oh, we learnt Eternal Earth to Shadow. Very nice. And Water to Air. Even more nice. Okay, so that's that bought. Okay. Buy the titanium ore. Yes, I'm on my way. Off I go then. Titanium ore. So buy the titanium ore for region market is 250. So we'll take the 90. Ah, Monster Beard. Love the name. Thank you ever so much for the follow. And Loa, thank you ever so much with the raid. How was your stream? Thank you ever so much for stopping by. How is that ore still on the auction house? Because it goes so slowly. So apparently this is worth buying. So let's buy this at 90 gold. And then we can turn that into titanium bars with the help of Elmorte. There you are. Thank you ever so much for the raid, Aloha. How was your stream? It's very kind of you. Bearded Shag and Keld here, thank you also for popping by. For those that don't know me, my name is Samadan Plays WoW, and I make my gold mainly with professions. We're currently going through alchemy and shuffling various ores into various other things. Pepper Onion Soup, I love the name. Thank you ever so much for the follow. 12-hour stream because of holidays. Wow, how that must be exhausting for 12 hours, but congratulations on completing it. That's awesome. And thank you for raiding me afterwards. It's very kind of you. So I should really put on what I've just made, this titanium bar, which is going for 447. Hey, Morningstar, how are you? Do two things. You can sell titanium bars and or make titanium steel and sell those. So let's have a look on the auction house at titanium steel. Titanium steel. There appears to be none. Could be my spelling of it. It looks correct though. Titan steel. Ah. Titan steel. No. All one word. Titan steel, one word. Okay. Thank you very much. There we go. Titan steel bar. So that is 871 gold. And currently 54% of market value. So that's cheap as well. Interesting. Hey, Pause Reset, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You'd buy it all just to flip it. I mean, there's 21 of them. That's more money than we currently have in this. Even the titanium bars is green. Yeah. Why does it say titanium bar is only like 2 gold crafting cost? Titanium bar times 3, 2 gold. We'd have to have a look at that. Okay, so because of my average buy, perhaps It could be that. Hey, the real Zodiac. This is from TSM4, which is in open beta. You are able to pick it up yourself. Thank you very much, Costa. There's the link to it there. That's why you use average buy in the crafting settings. The average of average buy in the crafting settings. Yeah, that would make sense. For me, I like to sort of be able to see. I've set it to the minimum of them at the moment. What we need to actually do is have a look at the titanium bar itself. So if I did a search for that, I did one already, didn't I? Hold on. Titanium ore, titanium bar. So if we have one here, so the crafting cost is coming from the titanium ore times 2, which is coming in at 90 silver, which is coming in from the min buyout, which we had earlier. So that's what's skewing all the numbers further up the chain. So it's using the min buyout as the price going up the chain. Oh, Bearded Check, thank you ever so much for the follow. So looking at this, what I would do with this is we've already got, what have we got on us at the moment? We've got some titanium bars that we could sell for a decent amount because we used the Saranites. Anything under 200 gold is a profit here. So we bought the Saranite for 25 gold. It was Shadow Song. Yes, Rasheen, that's where I'm on. Did I miss one from earlier? Hey, Panzalus, how are you? Sorry I missed you earlier. Right, okay. So, titanium bar, I would look at that and I would say, okay, I'll put a couple of those on and see how those go. Hey, Dragon Enforcer, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Now, I think I've already got a group for posting bars on. Let's see what it actually comes up with. If there was anything I was going to put on. The trillium bars, it would say 2 of 3 for those. We already have quite a lot on the auction house, so I'm not going to put any more on those. So let's have a look. Sell them per 6, 9 or 12. Okay. Seeing a lot of pyrium ore, transmute those into true gold. Yes, Perkin, we already have some true gold already on the auction house. Where is it? We got some true gold here. I got a stack of 12 and 2 stacks of 3 and then a single of 1. So we've covered that base already. We're just looking to spread things out a bit more. You got a great deal on Sky Golems today. You bought 5 for 58k each. Excellent. How much do they go for normally? So looking at this, where's a group that we can do for our cell bars? Groups. Now the transmute bars are they're all kind of going into a bit of a mix and a mess. I think I need to have a think about how I'm going to reorganize these groups into the ones I'm selling bits of and the ones I'm looking for to buy. 90 to 125. Okay, wow, brilliant. Nice. So I'm going to go down to bars at this point, mining bars, and let's add in a titanium bar. And the regular group operation for this is bars times 20, which isn't going to be useful to us here. So let's make a subgroup. And which ones are we doing here? Let me just check. It was titanium bar, wasn't it? So I'll edit this new group and call it titanium bar. And you said 3, 6 or 12. How many do we have on us? Look at the main window here. So titanium bar, we currently have Elmorte has 11. We have 15 in our bags. So let's try selling 12. Reese, thank you ever so much for the follow. Infernal Brimstone's tanked on your auction house. Hope it bounces back. What do you use Infernal Brimstone for, Psych? So if I were to look at this, maybe let's take let's take the 12. Let's do a 12 operation on these. So group operations, we're going to override this. I'm going to make a bars times 12. So actually what I'll do is I'll copy my auctioning bars times 20, which is here. I'll make a copy of that and call this bars times 12. And then in my posting, I think that really should do with a space there. It reads better with a space in it. And the same with that one. There we go. Let's go back to that and the posting. And I don't want that many of them. I'm going to just go for one stack of 12 and no partial stacks. And then that's an interesting, the max between DB market and DB region market. Not sure why I'm using those posting settings, but let's see what they actually come out at. Really does look user friendly. Perhaps you tried the open beta. Yep, I'd certainly recommend it. It's pretty stable now. Even the task list is looking a lot better now that it's had another update. Use it for crafter gear usually, but don't use it at the moment for your professions. Okay, fair enough. Although Goblin Gliders have gone up by 25 gold per item. Okay, good idea. My son's been doing that, buying Goblin Gliders. Just come back having trouble making money because your profession stuff aren't worth money anymore. Okay, what level are all your professions at, Race, I would ask, and is there more you can do? Is there new Legion things that you haven't got? You've got it all at 800. I don't make golems, no. I don't have engineering. Yeah, that would be my next question, as Costa said. What professions have you got? Max 105% average buy, divided by 0.95, so that's the auction house cut. And then 105% crafting divided by 0.95, or 85% DB market for the minimum, you'd say. So that covers average buy, crafting, and DB market. Okay, I like that operation, Jack. I'm going to steal that. Thank you very much. Let's try that. I'll do a copy and a paste, see if that works. Hey Evia, how are you? Bear with me one moment. My brain's gone into operations mode, so I'm just going to have a look at posting this in, and then I'll catch up on chat. So Jack's pricing source is suggested at this. So we're looking at the crafting cost of the bars, the average buy of the bars, divided by 0.95 because of the auction house cut, and then 85% DB market as a minimum. And then a normal is the max, 100% of the max between DB market and DB region market. I would actually probably keep that something as a average of the two, and maybe change that from 100% to maybe 110%, 120%. There we are. But so garrison isn't worth. Oh, what have we got? Your professions here. As with nearly every profession you can craft for vendor at the moment: alchemy, leatherworking, herbs, and mining. Okay. Yeah. So herbs and mining are also good. Mining, there's plenty you could be doing. And set to maximum because of the upcoming price inflation. Yeah. Mining and smelting, definitely. Actually killed a warbringer before the guy that came flying was able to tag it. Didn't see him, and then he whispers you, realm hopping. Oh, you get the maul machine. Tough times for Herbie Elks, but been selling potions hand over fists rather than flasks. Okay, psych, that's good to know. Green tea leaf sells really good. Interesting. I haven't tried that one. Mining for a stack is of 200. Is only like 1500 gold on your server. Right, okay. And you don't want to miss if the prices go up. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Jack. Try Ghost Iron Ore, that's always a good one. Right, I'm going to keep this as it is and see what the numbers come out at. So I'm going to see how that looks. So we're looking at titanium bar. Where's my min-max average gone? That's the purchase. Oh, I haven't assigned an operation to them. Silly me. So we go back into here, and then we go into our group, into our ores. There's me ores, mining bars, titanium bar. So titanium bar, group operation, override that with bars times 12. There we go. And then we can have a look at that in the tooltip. And so the min, normal, maxes are coming out at 380 minimum, 572 normal, and 2000 maximum. Okay. Don't farm anything to make money. Well, there's plenty of things you could do. Make also bear tartar on the side and disenchant the greens. These are all good ideas. And the stomachs. I mean, there's Ghost Iron Ore is definitely a good one you could do. Your price will never go above 572 because it's set to post at normal price. Oh, did I do that? Okay, let's have a look. Just check me operation bars at 12, posting. Yes, well spotted, thank you, Jack. I would post at maximum price for those, and post at minimum price for the other one. There we go. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to see if I can post those on. Yeah, bars at 20 isn't the same, so I'll have to go back and check that. Because it probably is, because I copied it. So let's do that, run a post scan. The titanium bar is going for 380. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's below minimum price. I'm sure we just had some there that we bought up. Let's have another look. Hold on. There's some more that come on cheaper. Titanium bar. There it is. It's just come on. Some more has come on for 3. Oh no, that hasn't come on. That was already on there for 349. And so my price was at, looking at here, titanium bar, 380. So it's a little bit high according to that. I mean, my profit is anything over 200 from my Saronite numbers. So we need to adjust this a little bit. I realise I'm missing out on chat a little bit, so I'll catch up on that in a moment once I've saved my brain space for this one. Below the DP market, we have good stacks that overcutting is fine. This is a good point actually. I don't tend to overcut, but this is a good point for this case because it's only a few difference in value. Okay, let's have a look at that. Posting at minimum price, what was it going to go for? Actually, whilst I'm here, I know this is a bit of a squirrel, but it reminds me because I was going to post them up and I'd accidentally do them. I need to change the group operations for bars 20 and lower this stack amount to something like 5 stacks of 20, and I'm going to also change that to post at maximum price. I haven't changed this one yet, so we could try that and we could try this as well in there, and then I'll catch up on chat in a moment. One moment, caller. My brain is just working on that, and then I'm going to post those up and see what they look like. So run auctioning, post scan. So they're going up for 380. And how much trillium? We've got 1 of 12, so let's post that. And we're just doing 2 of 3. We already have 54 in the auction house, so let's just try undercutting the competition on those trillium and see what happens. 2 lots of 3, and we're done. Okay. Phew. Okay. So let's have a look. Let me just scroll up and just make sure I've got some chat. For VFA, just mine and herb your butt off. Yes, that's a good idea, hindsight. You have about 1 million gold in battle pets, but you don't get a lot of sales. What you should do is start buying instead. You currently have 100,000. Interesting one, Cathus. Battle pets move very slowly. Does it have to be something you buy? Because you could always keep that money and think of other things to, like professions, for instance. You just noticed my t-shirt. Yes, this one. Oh yes, you got the. It is t-shirts, I think. The Command Costa t-shirt. There we go. I think that's the one. Or t-shirts, I think it is. T-shirts. There we go. There's the link to it. Let me just scroll up and catch up on everything. With pre-patch tomorrow, are the new zones opening up, or just the sackings? I'm not sure, Psych. Do I have the pantaloon pattern? Is that for me, or is that someone else? I'm way behind on chat. I do apologise if I've missed everything. No, only the changes. Yep, there we go. All craft. There we go. They've got that. Don't have high professions in general though, so can't work on it easily. Okay. Better to sell ghost iron ore, or make the bars and sell them instead. It depends on the prices, Axel. Maybe do a bit of both. There we go. Let me see if I can. Trying to let him craft for vendor. Oh, I see what you mean. You were doing for that. Yes. Okay. I'm with you now. Okay. Hey, little Tuck. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. How long are we going to be on for? Probably at least another half hour, I'd say. We've kind of been following a bit of a squirrel here with all these different bits and pieces with the smelting and what have you. What I really want to do now is go over to Halfhill Farm and see how that's looking, because we've got some moats and some golden lotuses, and we've got some ore that we could pick up. And then there's mining as well, Costa. That's a good idea. So we'll fly around, see what we can pick up with our farm, because I'm loving the farm at the moment. It's very peaceful. Right. And Pandaria is so nice as well. Cheese incoming. On your druid, you fly around Panda, get a golden lotus buff, and then farm Heart of Fear. Yes, I tried that yesterday, Scuffed, and I didn't get many motes, but that's because I was quite rubbish at playing a druid, and I was very slow at killing things. Did it take long? The farm take long to set up? No, it pretty much went through just bit by bit. It doesn't take long, but you just have to keep coming back to it because everything comes on the daily quests. It's a bit like the chef's hat in that respect. Am I married? Yes, I am, Evia. I have a wonderful wife and family. Discovered that it's more beneficial for me to post your auctions before bedtime. Everyone else is in bed. Usually sell 3 to 5 items during the night time. Yep. 300k daily. Very nice, Jack. No, not usually, but she is very good at helping me with the gold making side of things. Well, it looks like we've got a golden lotus. That's a good start. But my son plays. He's into it as well. What's a good craft to work on? Any of them. Any of them you can make money on, Kaethus. Hey, Dusty Bottoms, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so moats will do. What else did we get over here? That's the snake fruit. I haven't done that one before. Let's have a look. So do those. Pick up the white turnip. And so we've got silkweed, green tea leaf, snow lily. Any clue what the highest number of gold someone has in this game? Well, gold cap is 10 million. If I pick up that golden lotus, will I get the golden lotus buff? Is my question. In which case I might go and try and do that Heart of Fear again and see if I can do it a bit better. Let's try. No, looks like we don't get any buff. Okay, so it'd have to be one you find in the wild. I think you also spend about 200,000 a day. Well, there is that, Jack. That is very true. Well, we've got a golden lotus, so that's nice. I like doing a mix of all three of those different things. I need to go and get some more seeds, though. What you do in the Heart of Fear is just clear the first room. Half the lockout, the other half clear the whole first part. Let me just read that again. Just clear the first room, half the lockout, the other half clear the whole first part. I don't think I can understand that, Scuffed. I got the clear the first room. What's the lockout? You spend a bit too, Rasheen. You keep investigating. Well, how much does the average player have? No idea, Hindsight. No idea at all. Rotate when your speed cooldowns are up. Ah, right. Hey, Frodo, how are you? Wish there was a list of daily things to do for gold. Yeah, I've made myself a daily list. Nice, right one too. I like the picture. Use for a healing potion. When you craft them, you discover almost every discover for Panda Alchemy and Transmutations. Oh, that could be interesting, Perkin. If I haven't got those already, that might be worth doing. You get to do it 10 times, so 5 of the times you clear all through the way to the first boss. Aha, right, I see. Spent a bit over 60 million on Chaos Crystals alone. Yeah, that's super duper loads. Doing very well, thank you, Frodo. How about yourself? Right, let me carry on with my farm whilst I'm catching up on chat. We can do this at the same time. Otherwise, oh, there we go, squatting vermin. Let's nuke that one from orbit. Only way to be sure. Then we'll do those, and then we'll come round and we'll do these ones. Oh, there's another one. Till all the soil. And then we'll go over here. I need to buy some more seeds. I could do the dailies, but I'm going to leave the dailies for now. Finally cooled down outside. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit late now, but finally. 23.4. That's almost palatable. So Song Bell, I'm going to get 6 of. Nice. You have your windows open, there's nothing cool coming in. Yeah, I'll take some 23 degrees. Yeah, I've got no idea. It feels like about 25 in the house at the moment. Enigma. Where's Enigma? I can get the bags later, but I'm just going to get enough for the moment. There's Enigma. I need 7 of those. And I'll pick up 8 of the snake root. That way I can do 4 of each for the moment. Been well over 30, yeah, I mean that is pretty high. And uncomfortably high, definitely. So I'm going to run through each of these and then go through and deal with them all that need dealing with. I'm guessing there may be a quicker way of doing this. Is there any way you can get someone's gather database? I don't know about someone else's. You can always get the Wowhead database when you have add-ons. When you get GatherMate 2, which is what I use, I also picked up GatherMate 2 data, which has all the data from Wowhead, and that's pretty much everything. And then I use roots as well to calculate the roots on each zone. So those are my 3 gathering add-ons that I use. What are we doing? Are we doing snake root? No, Enigma. Keep them in the same 4s. There we are. Sadly, the GatherMate data has not been updated from Mr. Pandaria. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Songbell. Let's do that. And another one. And another one. Okay. Various things we need to do now. Parched one we can water. That one we have to do something with. We have to be in Boomkin form for that. There we are, and then we weed kill that one, which is there. So if you download it, you'll only get the data from Mr. Pandaria and before, but it's still handy. So how is GatherMate different to GatherMate 2 though? Did I collect that one? I think I missed it. Yeah. Oh, it's tangled. I'm doing the wrong thing. It looked like it was infested. Are there any more tangled ones? Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I'll do this in flying form. That's the easiest way to do those. GatherMate 2 is just a newer version. Okay. Let's turn that on. And then we can do this. Encroaching weed. We thought we did that one. Where's the icon? There it is. And infested. Do that. And one behind me. And one over there. Now everything looks like it's growing. All very nice. It's very strangle that. Very strange. The gather add-ons are very poorly updated. Can't find any sources for new gathering data. No worries. I was looking at the strangle on here and I was thinking that's a bit weird. Okay, I'm not going to do the dailies on these, so I'm going to pop over to. I'm going to hearth back. Actually, no, I'm going to stay here because it's so nice here. And we'll log out from here. Can we use this as a inn now? as a resting point? Or do we have to go fully over? No, we have to go fully over, I believe. Let's log out here anyway. Okay. And then we can swap over to Elmorte and do a little bit of mining just at the end. And then we'll check on Samadan and the gold and total up all the gold. So I've not sent any gold over from the stuff that we've... Well, Jahwakening didn't make any. The stuff that Erfen made, we haven't sent over. We could maybe do some of that. Elmorte, I don't know. Have we checked the sales on here? Okay, Psych, thanks ever so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I hope to see you again very soon. What day is it today? Monday. So I'll be back on Wednesday after the pre-patches hit. So exciting times. So what have we got here? Oh, we've got some sales. The bronze bars sold. That's good. I'll do those. How did I make my gold as I came back in the game? So this was about a year ago, Axixel. I started by following Bregvid's videos and following his challenge he was doing at the time. And then I tried a few different things out, but none of them really took. It wasn't until I realised I've got Enchanting, and so I used Enchanting as my main moneymaker. And I was just focusing on Legion enchants, and that's what, for me, on my server, worked out to be my niche. And so I went all in on the Enchanting and found what sold, what didn't sell, and I built it from there. And then I added in tailoring, because I already had that since vanilla. And then I added in cooking, and then I started with my other characters with the leatherworking, the skinning, and Jahwakening, and everything else like that. But it all started with the Enchanting. Did I list all the drums and bed tartar with Erfen? Yes, I did, Costa. Hey Manuel, how are you? Reached 5 million today. Excellent. Congratulations. Let's have a look at your chart. Rode to 6 million, in fact. Oh, it's still loading up. Hold on. Very nice indeed. Loving the look of that with the extra graphics. Very nice. Congratulations indeed. Just move my windows back over. Break usually has some great tips on what to stock up on when there are holidays. Yes, he does. He's got some really nice tips for all sorts of things, from his thinking of flipping and crafting. Let's just have a look. Added some extra golds, some extra stretch golds. I like it. So we can smelt some elementium. That mat cost is coming in at 10 gold based on the market value. The elementium bar min buyout is less than that though, so maybe not for now. And I've got tin left over, and then I've got some pyrite I can do that is definitely worth doing because we picked these up. So we'll do those. Pyrite ore is min buyout on that's 149 gold. Interesting. But the pyrium bars at 365. Okay. So let's go head on over to Pandaria. Are the runs okay for the mounts? I've heard people doing those. Very nice gold maker by the sounds of things, if you do all the hard work. Okay, so I guess here is as good a place as any because there's so much ghost iron all around here. So we're just going to start from here and work our way round the route, and then following my map in the top right corner. It's kind of a randomish route. It has been calculated to cover everything. And I'll still get experience for this as well. Oh, there's a couple here. So we can do this and then go over to the next one. Just over this side. Down here. Try to sell at least one a day for 240k, 60k per person. And do you manage to sell them for that, Manuel? Sounds pretty cool if you do. Where's the... there it is, it's at the top. You haven't farmed Ghost Iron since Mr. Pandaria. Well, as I'm using it so much in all my professions, and I really, really love the zones, and they're so peaceful. So for me, it's kind of a nice thing to finish off on. I don't need to do an Embersilk Farm at this stage. So I'm just going around collecting up some Ghost Iron. I mean, I could... You farm Gold Iron to chill. Yeah, I can understand that, Rasheen. It's very much the mentality of just following the map and picking up the ore. Oh, Ghost Iron, Gold Iron. Gold Iron sounds good though. Brain melted. Yeah, the heat's not doing any of us any favours at the moment. There's one down here somewhere in the trees. There you are. And I'm getting some XP for this as well, which is also nice. On Argent Dawn, it goes to 40 to 45 normally. That's still a nice amount of profit if you can get everyone involved. And you can sell it frequently enough. That seems to be the thing. Shark made a nice video about the farm, if anyone wants to do it as well. Oh, excellent. Yeah, feel free to share that link. Sharken's a great streamer and knows a lot about various farms, so his advice is definitely sound. I can attest to that. I've used a couple of his videos before myself. Is Sharken still on his break at the moment? Yeah, he was taking a break from streaming just to regather himself before BFA. I believe he is going to be back soon, hopefully. He's back tomorrow. Excellent. Thank you, Kagrex. I shall look out for him. Let's just wing around here. Follow the dots. Excellent. Thank you, Manuel. Where is that? Underwater somewhere. On the other side. There it is. Dive. You don't farm it yourself though. What add-on do I use to get the mining route? It's called roots. You can't fly when you're mining. There we go. It's this one down here. Add-ons, roots. So it gives you a really nice path to follow. You do have to calculate it yourself. You have to set it to calculate. So it involves a few steps to do that. But it's fairly straightforward to use. Wednesday at 8 AM, it's release night. Excellent. You can if you're a druid. Yes, this is very true, Seahorse. I do like doing my herbalism on Jahwakening for that very reason. Almost a reason to have two druids. If I was to do this again, I would have two druids. One would be a transmute master and miner, and the other one would be a herb gatherer and potion master. Would be how I would do this if I was to do this again with two characters. But as it was, I made a choice to go with blacksmithing and mining, and then herbalism and alchemy. What do I plan to do tomorrow whilst WoW is down? Well, for me, it's not down till Wednesday, because we're on EU, so it's a different day. But for me, by the time I get back home from work and I start my stream, I'm hoping that BFA will, not BFA, the pre-patch will be up, so I'll be able to do all the new stuff fresh on stream. That's my plan anyway. Accidentally posted, what did I do there? Brew is pretty much an essential part of your farming kit. Yeah, definitely. They are very useful. Just scroll back up. Posted normal mining pick and auction house. Sold for 3 gold. Yeah, it happens. I'm still selling the Dalaran food ingredients. Still need to send it away to smelt it and back. Yeah, there's that too. That makes it way more inconvenient. Do it on a low pop, you could ask like 90k a person. Well, that's certainly going to be tempting for some people because of the availability, really, more than anything else. Alright, let's just follow this route down. That one's hidden in there somewhere. Just going to skip that one. And that one's going to be in a cave as well, so I'll avoid those. I don't know if the Order Hall gold missions will go away tomorrow as well. I don't know if they'll go away tomorrow, but I would expect them to go quite soon. Have I gone back on myself with my route? Am I going back? I might be. I think I've done this route already because I went around that bottom bit. I turned myself round when I got confused with the caves. Let's head on back up. Otherwise we're going backwards. My brain's officially dead. Well, mine's... Oh, missed one there. Mine's constantly getting frazzled, so I wouldn't worry about that. Gold missions will go with the pre-patch. Ah, right, okay. Alright, you're saying they're halved in gold values. Interesting. So they basically just nerfed them so they're not quite so useful. Transferred from a low pop to Argent Dawn years ago, before the cross-realm grouping and such. Ah, interesting. Tell you why the TSM to-do list doesn't pop up for you. Have you... it can go away, and if you want to get it back up, you can type in /TSM task list, like that. But my task list, it says, is currently empty. So could it be that your task list is empty? Oh, they'll go away, will they? Okay. Where's that one? Can't see it. I'm right on top of it. There it is. Nothing a character transfer on 12 characters. But doing a character transfer on 12 characters, oh yeah. That's a lot of characters to do a transfer on. I wouldn't want to do that. That's why I've kind of always stuck with Shadow Song. It's never really appealed to move to a different server. I mean, it would be nice to try some new characters on different servers, just to see what other populations are like and what their markets are like. That would be interesting. Try and find where you heard of it. They're going to be halved, and the followers' gold 1/10. Could be wrong. Okay. Either way, it's going to be less than it was, and probably not worth it. Something you don't know if you know about, there's something called Darkmoon Firewater that halves the mining time. At least on your server, it's like 12 gold. Yeah, I don't think it's as cheap for me, Demonic, but yes, I am aware of Darkmoon Firewater. I don't have it on this character. Some of my other characters have it. Oh, yeah, apologies. Let's just do a little bit of actual DPS whilst we're here. Just make a little blood pool here. And for them. As long as you leave the... you're stuck with Iron Dawn. So as long as you leave the role players alone, you're fine. Yeah, Emery is a streamer that's on Argent Dawn and does some really nice role playing. If you're ever intrigued by it, I would suggest checking out his streams. Going to be lots of tears shed tomorrow. You reckon? Where's that? Oh, it's down there. Hold on. Land down. Oh, can't land. There you go. So gold missions going away from your order halls. Gold mission bonuses in BFA will be half value from what they are now in Legion. Okay. Should do the mail quest in Dalaran for the mailing toy. That's also on my list. Ah, I've lost which direction I'm going in again. This is where I get mixed up with this route being so convoluted. It looks like we're going this way and then up and round. This is one of the most twisty routes I've ever had. They're not always this twisty, but they're definitely new talents, rotations and stuff to learn. Yeah, this is going to be interesting for me because I've barely learnt these ones already, so it's going to be a good start for me. Don't do it tired. It takes a while to get all the locations right. Right in time. Yeah, I've heard it would be quite fun. Fun TM being the word. I'd like to do it. I've got the letter, the first letter. I picked that up from the mailbox. But I just need to get all the other bits. Where are you? You're down there. Right, that's probably enough ghost iron for now. How much did we get? Ghost iron ore, we got 64. Okay, let's hearth back. Got something handy for me. It'll help with rotations. There's an adult called Hekili. Interesting. Never heard of that one, Jack. It'll also help with the new rotations. How does it help? Does it suggest things to cast? Like press 1 now. It suggests, okay, that could be useful for me. You don't roleplay yourself. Back in the day, a very strict rule enforcement on RP rounds. Twice being AFK on your mount. You use it to learn classes to play. Okay, I'm going to have to do a search for that. Hekili. I'll copy that. And I'll paste that in here. There we go. And then I'm going to add that into my favourites. And I can look at that later. Fantastic. Thank you, Jack. You even used it when I did Old Mythic Raging in Legion. Okay. Well, it's definitely going to help me because I'm not that great at that kind of thing. This Ghost Iron ore is currently at 17 gold an ore. Do I have any Ghost Iron bars I could look at? I'm wondering whether to actually put some ore on as well. Good night, Boogie Lips. Thank you ever so much for hanging out in the stream tonight. Calls out the different things you need to do, like DBM warnings. Be interesting if it was only for rotations. Aha, right. Okay, I'm going to leave Elmorte there at the moment, actually, because I want to actually decide what I'm going to do with that Ghost Iron ore in more detail. I want to get myself... I can smelt that for a good profit, and then I can pass that on and go up the chain. But I'm going to leave it for now, because that's going to just take me on various different hunts. And I'm just going to actually swap over to Samadan and check his final gold tally. Before we do that, though, I'm just going to quickly look at Erfen for the drums. Not all classes are supported, but most are. Okay, interesting. And is it up to date with BFA then, I take it? Who do people sell 200 sacks of one? I know, it's frustrating, but it does happen. So no sales on the drums. How have we got gold-wise? 22,000. So what I'm going to do is send over 20,000 to Samadan, because you've got the most gold at the moment. So 20,000 gold. As you made that with your drums, you can send that over to Samadan. Yep, thank you very much. And then we'll swap over to Samadan. Oh, they'll still be on the auction house. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, was it? I was thinking for a while that they would be... it's been longer mining than it has been. There's a voice for tactics, but you go nuts for rotations. Ah, interesting. It is up to date. Okay. Yes. Why do people sell them? I don't know. Because it's easy sometimes, even though it's not really easy. Okay, so in my inbox we have the mail from Erfen. We've got the food, cleft of gloves, and a couple of enchants. That's good. And then let's have a look at what's on the auction house. Any actual sales? What have we got? Oh, I sold Merlin's robe. Wow. That's been a long time on there. I put that on ages and ages and ages ago. So 14,000 for that. That's going to be good for later. I won't get it now. And dress shoes as well. Interesting. They're an occasional seller. No Embersilk. Let's just have a look at Embersilk. What's the state of Embersilk at the moment? Where was it? Titanium raw Embersilk. Oh, wrong one. Misclicked. Let's try again. Embersilk cloth. So we're currently at... I've still got my 6 of 200 on. So we're not a lot lower. There's only 1 of 19 there. So no one's put any others on. So I'm going to leave those on. See if anyone... I mean, tomorrow is the last day if you're going to do it. So I've got a feeling most people are probably done by now. But we'll see we'll see what happens. You never know. We may capture some sales. So what I'll do is let's have a look and put in our gold for the chart for today, which has been another good day. Thank you, Jack, for the chart command. If anyone would like to follow on, if you're not already, the chart is available for people to copy. So the weekend was really good in sales. So we're going to scroll right down and put in today's, because it's just gone midnight, so today's gold is 3,137,004 gold. So how does that look on the chart? That's a nice angle. That is a steeper angle than this one. So that would keep me on target, because that was about 55,000 gold, which is what we need to catch up on ourselves. So we're definitely going in the right direction. We've got, what have we got coming in? We've got the Merlin's robe sale, which is another 14,000. So that's going to be nice. We've also got that Embersilk cloth. We still are in a bit of a mess with the whole transmute side of things and the whole mining side of things. I'm always flipping here, there and everywhere about what's going to be the best thing to sell. So I need to get that a bit clearer in my head. I might focus on just one side of things and then move things over to the other side. I'm not sure. Or I could make sure I can do something like leatherworking as well, that's another thing that I want to fill out with all the dread leather and graven scale. So there's a few things to think about. I'll maybe try a few things out tomorrow and then come back to you. I mean, obviously on Wednesday we've got the pre-patch coming, so that's for EU. For all the NA people, you're going to have the pre-patch tomorrow, so good luck on that. I'm going to try and avoid spoilers if I can. Thank you, Vidichek, and thank you, Morningstar, for the follow. Very kind of you. So really looking forward to pre-patch coming. See what comes out story-wise. Let's have a look. Big thank you to everyone who's helped out. Keep on these 3 things and the related stuff that comes with that. The living steel, the true gold, and the titan steel. Okay, thank you, Jack. I'll certainly take that on board. Thoughts on the price of the blacksmithing mount? Should you invest? Which is the blacksmithing mount, Captain Yahoo? Alright, who have we got here? Have a look here. Let's mute that one. The steelbound harness, okay. Requires 100 bloods of Sargeras. Wow. 100 blood of Sargeras. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm just looking through. Oh, it's 50 bloods. It's only 50 bloods, is it? Okay. Not quite as much then. Not too bad. And I think I'm going to return the host favour to Brozarian, who hosted me yesterday. So I'm going to return the host favour to him. But as for the mount, I'm not sure for the steelbound harness. How much of an investment is it? Right, I'm going to send the host over. Thank you, everyone. The accident will be selling forever, so sell it now and later as well. There you go, Molten Bolts. That's a great one. Oh, sorry, Ben. Yes, I am just finishing off. 40k as you craft and buy them. Okay, that's a good one to go for. Like, there we are. Urtwas, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. Okay, I'm going to be throwing a return host over to Brozarian, who was very kind and hosted me the other day. So, thank you all for hanging out in the stream tonight. I'm next on Wednesday, so it'll be a pre-patch day of streaming. Well, not a whole day because I'm working, but in the evening I'll have a look at the pre-patch for a couple of hours and see what happens with this storyline, which I know nothing about, so please no spoilers. And it's going to be fresh and new for me, so good luck and happy gold making, and let's throw a host over to Brozarian.